Today on Jer and Geoff Eat New West, we are talking about the best restaurants in New West. We ran a poll in the Eat New West Facebook group for a couple of weeks. We got an absolute ton of entries.
Okay.
And now we got a definitive list of the best of each category. Very scientific.
Undisputed champions of food. Starting off with pubs in New West, it was pretty much a landslide with the paddle wheeler coming in the lead at a decent margin. I think Marco's done a really good job. I think Marco's a chef there, turning the menu around and putting just a lot of pride into the food that they're creating there.
I feel like they've really upped their game both in a better menu, but also putting it out there that they had a better menu. Like they hired a professional photographer. You were seeing their photos all over the place. Like paddle wheeler food looks great. All right, so number 2 was best new restaurant in New Westminster. This was actually a hard one to tally up. This was one of the only 3 write-in questions instead of a poll. And at first, I thought it was Donair as the winner. But then I realized that people spelled Lenore L-O-N-O-R-E, L''O''N''R''E, L space O-N-R-E, and Lenore actually won by a landslide in the end. And I'm proud of them. Man, it's hard to find a restaurant owner with the passion that he's putting into, and good on anybody opening up a restaurant in the middle of times like this. Like,
for sure, yeah.
Huge bravery.
This one, another New West staple, just like the paddle wheeler. We've got best breakfast, and you guessed it, Angelina's. Nice new location in the past few years. Great spot. The Key's kind of doing well so far in the list, but Angelina's, came through, and that was a pretty solid win, but decent margin.
Okay, so the next one is best burger in New West. When most people think about best burger in New West, the first place they think of is Burger Heaven. That was our number 2 with about 32%.
Okay, people are still hanging on to that one.
Oh yeah, coming in with well over 40%, IT Char Burger or Eat Burger.
Okay, but for sure, like I think with the New West record, like the local rag, their best choice, People's Choice Awards or whatever, almost always seems to be Burger Haven.
I'm glad IT got it. I love their burgers so much. If you haven't checked them out, little hole in the wall in the McBride Mall.
I think the lines have died down now. So
great little restaurant. Check them out if you haven't.
Okay, so for the next one here, we've got best Chinese food in New West. I think most people could have probably guessed which one it would be. If you guessed Han, you would be right. Second place would go to Chan's. I haven't been to Chan's.
I haven't been to Chan's either. I feel like Han's is a polarizing restaurant. You get a lot of people who absolutely love it. A lot of people who really don't. But I mean, the population has spoken. Over 40%, that's a commanding lead.
Yeah. For sushi, another kind of hotly contested choice in New West, because we've got a lot of decent ones. Only one true Japanese, though, Ikoi. I'll just have to say that. A fairly newcomer too. Like Hayak hasn't been around. It's not like a key sushi. He's been a staple and been in that location for a long time. But I guess I gave it away. Hayak is the one that came ahead, but there was stiff competition.
Very stiff competition. Hayak only had 17.95% of the vote. This was one that was really split.
Could have gone either way.
Victoria Sushi was in number 2, just a couple points behind, and then right behind it was your favorite, Ikoi.
Yeah.
So the next one is Best Greek, and this was our biggest win on the list.
Okay.
Taverna Greca, an absolute landslide. They had over 50% of their votes.
Interesting.
I think this goes to the fact that it's a really nice family, absolutely amazing food, and probably the best view you can get having a nice meal in New Westminster. I don't think this one comes as a surprise.
No. All right, next up we have best coffee shop, cafe on the list. I think most people were wrong on this one. I would have said Craft Cafe, but you know what? No one's perfect. Serious Coffee up on Belmont.
Serious Coffee?
And I've never been, so
no,
I have a soft spot for Craft.
No, you're thinking of the wrong one.
No.
Serious is down by New West Station. I've been once. The pastries were delicious. The coffee was great. People absolutely love it. And this one was neck and neck. Like I know how much you love Craft Coffee. And I was checking on this one throughout the couple weeks, and Craft was actually ahead.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
And Serious pulled ahead of them, not by much. I mean, they're both 2 coffee shops that are really doing things right. Okay, another one that is gonna surprise nobody. Best desserts. This was a landslide win.
Okay.
Jer, you haven't seen the results.
No.
What is it?
Is it serious?
No, it's Rocky Point.
Rocky Point.
Rocky Point ice cream
Okay.
won best desserts with over 48%
Really?
of the votes.
Now the best place for taking a significant other or close family friend, doesn't really matter, but we have it as date night spot, and that one is going to be Piva that pulled ahead strong. The good spot, good location, good ambiance, good
Great
food,
spot for a date night.
good servers. Good
What
spot.
does it say about me that I've been to Piva more times with you than I have with my wife?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a good spot for sure.
Well,
Really nice restaurant.
It's a great date spot. It's also a great spot to go with some friends and have a drink, and
They've
man,
got
I
nice
love those
mix-
smoky old fashions.
Yeah, and they've got mixed seating there too. So really kind of, if you want something more intimate, they've got spots for that. Got some big family style tables too.
We have best pasta. Piva again took this one.
Really?
With 40%. This one was actually more contested though. Artusi came in second with 36%. So just 4% behind. And there were points during the couple weeks where Artusi was ahead. I mean, they both make such great pasta. The other thing that I think Piva does really well with their pasta is they're gluten-free. Every time I have taken Rach, and she's really enjoyed their pasta every time. And gluten-free, really good gluten-free pasta is hard to come by.
For sure. We've got another one now for Lenore. This is under the pizza category this time. So they
Which
pulled
is all
ahead.
they do. That's their bread and butter.
Bread and butter. That's their jam. So yeah. So again, not really a surprise. They got voted in for best restaurant, new restaurant, and here they are taking the prize for best pizza, and well earned. It in terms of quality of ingredients, love and just everything that goes into everything that they make there. That's well deserved.
Lenore was my last meal of 2021, and it was absolutely delicious. Yeah, great addition to New West. Glad they won. Another category where we're going to have, I think, no surprises. Best sandwiches in New West.
Okay.
Greens and Beans.
Not Subway.
No, not Subway. Greens and Beans won by an absolute landslide. Second place was Big Star.
Okay.
And then right behind Big Star, like just a percentage behind, was Columbia Street Sandwich Co.
Good job.
We've got great sandwiches in New West, and well deserved to Leona and Matthew. Greens and Beans is just such a part of New West.
A lot of love for them, and they have a lot of love for the city too.
Totally.
With all the different giving back things that they do. Okay, another pretty hotly contested food choice here in New West is Donair's. Again, like Sushi, we have a lot of great options. Donair Star came out ahead, voted by you guys, and it was a pretty close second with Ishtar being their number 2, and Zaki, another fan favorite, in number 3 spot. But good job, Donair Star on 12th.
Great value there.
For sure, yeah.
Best Indian food in New West. We had another landslide with this one. Kalesh won with 39% of the vote.
Good job, Kalesh.
Way ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
Another restaurant that opened up during COVID, although it was the year before.
But pretty new restaurant.
And it's just been knocking it out of the park.
Good engagement with everyone, the
Yeah.
group, good promotions, good like customer appreciation promotions and things like that.
Yeah.
Good job. Good. They've done a good job promoting that one, so I think that's well deserved for sure. The best deal, under $12, because there are a lot of value options out there, but we wanted to sort of constrain that to the under $12 mark. And congratulations to Greens and Beans in Saperton. That's a good one. It is a great value and lots of great options too.
Okay, next up was pho. Now this was one I was expecting to have a pretty big spread, because there's a lot of pho in New West and people really love their pho. But in the end, it was a neck and neck battle between Ko Chow and Pho Chan. Ko Chow came out ahead with 38% of the vote, but Pho Chan was right behind them with 35. I love both those restaurants. I do agree with the majority here. I think Ko Chow is the better of the two, but you can't go wrong with either. Great places to get pho.
I just had Pho Chan for the first time. That's the one in McBride Plaza, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I just had it for the first time. Broth was excellent. I had a pro tip from some friends we were out for lunch. They've got this chili oil that they make in-house. That's pretty top notch.
Yeah.
That made the difference for me to maybe nudge it a little bit ahead of Ko Chow, but they were close and you can't go wrong with either. All right, another one here. It was going to be Mexican food in New West, and I would say that this could have gone either sort of way. It was not a big surprise. Playa Tropical on 6th Street came in ahead. Honorable mention to El Santo, number 2 spot, and Taco Factory on East Columbia in Saperton.
Yeah, and strong showing for Playa. They got 47% of the vote.
Okay.
Next one, Thai food.
Okay.
Our top two contenders were Patsera and Longtail.
Okay.
Patsera pulled ahead with 40% of the vote. Longtail did great too, though, 38%.
Yeah, good for them. That's a hard location, as we've kind of experienced as of late.
Yeah, totally hard location. Both great. Can't go wrong.
Up now, we've got Poutine in New West. Not the trickiest one to figure out, but Annie's did nudge ahead as being our favorite in the group. Bud Shack in the Plaza 88 Mall, SkyTrain Mall there was a decent close second. So it seems like we're pretty divided in the group between the traditional and the newer style fusion where they put all sorts of other stuff on there and cheese and gravy. So good, and both great. No right or wrong answers here.
When we put together this poll, I had no doubt in my mind that Annie's was going to win. What surprised me is how close Spud Shack came.
So I like this one. This is kind of the underdog or the underrated. I think we had it in the poll. Our Tootsie came ahead in this one, and I would agree that that's
Yeah.
you know I don't think enough people maybe give
It doesn't get as much
them-
love as it deserves.
Not that they don't get love, but maybe that they just don't. People aren't aware. But our Tootsie, yeah, not always on people's radar. I've never had a hard time getting a table in there. They seem busy enough, but I would expect them to be busier.
And whether I'm doing it takeout or whether it's a sit-down meal, it's always wonderful. Like the care
Consistency
that
is
goes
there.
in, it's really, really great. Good drinks, lovely couple who owns it. Like really, really well deserved.
So that is our top list for 2021. Restaurants and viewer group, watcher, people, choices. All in all, I think is a pretty accurate list. Let us know what you think in the comments. You agree, disagree? But
We'll probably do it again next year. And hey, what should we add? You want bubble tea added?
It seems like, I don't know if the masses want this, if there's a need for this many bubble teas, but it seems like every month there's a new one opening up.
Bubble tea is the new pho, as pho was the new sushi.
Could be.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right,
watching.
guys. Happy New Year.